JEM is my name, no one else is the same. JEM is my name. JEM.
Oh my god, the wedding's tomorrow! So, last time, Kimber was trying to decide what the hell she wants regarding her love life and relationships. Does she want to continue playing the field? Enjoy all the myriad men the world has to offer? Does she want to date someone exclusively? Does she want to get married? She doesn't know. But Jeff proposed to her, stuntman Jeff proposed to her, and she said yes. And, yeah, wedding's tomorrow. Well, that works quick. Computer, are you going to make that much noise while rendering a video? Good lord. I hope the mic isn't picking that up. Heavens. So, yeah, wedding's tomorrow. They're shopping for a wedding dress, and they're like, oh, wedding's tomorrow.
Well, come on! What are we waiting for? Tomorrow is your wedding day!
That seems fast. Yeah. Hey. Remember last episode where I said I prefer Sean because he's the adult, comparatively speaking? You know, he's a mature guy. He got a level head on his shoulders, and he acts like a mature-ass adult. I take all of it back. So, stuntman Jeff is doing another stunt on the film. Something goes wrong and he crashes. And they yank him out of the car, and it's not stuntman Jeff. It's
Sean?
Sorry, Kimber. Didn't mean to botch it up. I was just trying to prove I was as exciting as Jeff. Guess I was wrong.
Sean!
Where's Jeff? Did he know? Did he let you do that? How did you even manage that? That's really, really dumb. Dummy who's dumb. You were here, Sean. Now you're here. Possibly here. Sean, I am disappointed. So, So it's the day of the wedding, tomorrow, and Kimber and stuntman Jeff walk down the aisle. And do you, Jeff? Jeff do. Do you, Kimber? Kimber do. If anyone has any reason to object, and Rio runs down the aisle, I object! And they're like, why? And he says, because I have another proposal for Kimber. And he gets down on one knee and he holds up a ring. And Jerica's standing there going, what the hell, Rio? And Kimber says, Rio, I'm flattered, but I don't want to marry you. And I have to be honest. I was proud of Kimber for saying that. And not getting all flustered and confused like you might expect her to do in that situation. She was like, no, Rio, lovely dude, but I don't want to marry you. And Rio clarifies, which he honestly should have done in the first place. God, the men in this at the end of this series. Craig, you're a dipstick.
You know that I'm Craig Phillips. Well, this is Mary Phillips, my...
Your wife?
Sean, you're less of a dipstick in the case I'm referring to, but still a dipstick. Actually, I'm gonna pin that one on Kimber for jumping to conclusions. He says, I think we should be more committed in our relationship. She jumped to marriage. Craig, that was your fault. And Rio, you don't get on your knee and hand a ring to someone with a proposal and say, oh, this isn't from me, it's from someone else. Because Rio, who does that? Rio does that. Can you imagine that conversation? Hey, Rio, I'm stuck in the hospital because I was an idiot and got in a car crash because I thought I could do a stunt when I'm not a stunt dude. would you go crash my girlfriend's wedding, I guess my ex-girlfriend's wedding, and propose to her in my stead? Pretty please? You couldn't pay me to do that. No, you could pay me to do... You could pay me enough to do that. I'd do that for a price. But yeah, you should have been clear up front, Rio, that was not coming from you. Anyway, glad that Jerrica knew that Rio wasn't proposing himself, but was still like, dude, Rio, what the hell? So, Kimber and Stuntman Jeff don't get married because they both realize they're not ready. Last episode, I was trying to articulate why Kimber was the way she was, and she does a much better job of articulating it for me.
Sean, I wanted to get married for a lot of reasons that had nothing to do with you or Jeff. I wanted to get away from Jerrica's influence. I wanted to be adult. I wanted to have a big party.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So, Jeff and Sean and Kimber decide that neither of them are ready for marriage. Probably dating exclusively, yeah, but we'll, learn about each other and get to know each other. And we're both young and living our lives. Let's push the marriage idea down the line a bit. So they do. So yeah. So skip forward to the Oscars, and JEM doesn't win. But she does get a star on the Hollywood Walk, so that's cool. And they reprise Hollywood Gem, a song from the previous episode. It's not just a reprise either. It's the entire song. Mostly new video too. There's a few clips from the video used in the previous episode, but yeah. So is the JEM Jerrica Rio thing resolved? No. Not even really paid lip service to. My headcanon is they still know and they're just not saying anything. So, there was a nice scene before Sean tries to play stuntman and gets in a wreck, where Kimber talks to Rio and says, "Hey, sorry for popping off at you yesterday." And he says, "Oh, that's fine. I remember popping off at you once or twice myself." Yeah, those two pop-off incidents, Rio, not comparable.
Well, it might be best for everyone if you decided who you cared for the most.
You mean the way you've decided between JEM and Jerrica?
Kimber, you should be ashamed. You made fools out of them. You deceived them and lied to them.
But I can explain.
I hate deception, and I despise liars. It would serve you right if they never talked to you again.
But, nice that we're all still friends. Oh, and some of the Starlight kids were hanging around at the before the wedding and say,
Right after the ceremony, we're going to nail them.
Like, I'm sorry, what? With rice? Oh. Okay. Well, no one gets married, so the kids just throw rice at Rio and Jerrica. Are they gonna get married someday? Well, Jerrica's like, a ring would look nice here, and Rio's like, yeah, I don't know about that, but, so, you only got 12 episodes left, kids. As I said last time, chop chop.
And finally, JEM. Of JEM and the Holograms in Star Bright.